Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Hisham Mulawarman and I'm from 12 Science 1. Want to tell you a story and the title is The Boy Who Wanted the Willies. So, let me tell you a story. There was once a boy who was never frightened, for he had enough sense to be scared. One day, Hans and Big Sister were walking home after dark. The wind howled and the trees creaked and groaned. The road led past a graveyard, where the moon lit up rows of tombstones. Hans' sister began to quiver and quake. "Oh," she said, "this place gives me the willies." "The willies?" said Hans. "What are the willies?" "Do I have to tell you everything?" "The willies are when you get so scared. You shiver and shake." "Well," said Hans, "I never had anything like that. I wish I would get the willies so I'd know what they're like." The more Hans thought it over, the more he wondered about the willies, and the more he wished he could have them. One day, he told himself, "If I want willies, I'd better go look for them." So he said goodbye to his family and started down the road. Hans walked for many days. Everyone he met, he asked, "Can you give me the willies?" Many tried, but none could. At last, he came to the king's castle and stood before the king. "Your Majesty," said Hans, "can you give me the willies?" "Of course I can. I'm the king." The king waved his royal scepter. "I command you to have the willies." Hans waited, but nothing happened. "I'm sorry, Your Majesty, I still don't have them." "Oh well," said the king, "at least I know where you can get them. On the other side of my kingdom is a haunted castle. If you spend the night there, you are sure to get the willies." "Thank you, Your Majesty." There's just one problem," said the king. "No one who goes there ever lives through the night. But if you stay alive and break the spell, you'll find the castle treasure." "That's fine with me," said Hans, as long as I get the willies." It was midnight when Hans reached the castle. The towers cast eerie shadows under the full moon. The drawbridge lowered itself at Hans' feet. Creak! "Seems like a friendly place," said Hans. As Hans entered the great hall, a fire sprang to life and huge fireplace. Hans pulled up a chair and settled him to wait. "Now I'm sure to get the willies," he said. The clock in the great hall struck one. Bang! "Welcome!" boomed a voice behind him. Hans looked around and saw two men playing cards. One had a long black cloak and other had a furry face. "Would you care to join our game?" asked the man in the cloak. "It's been so long since we had any fun to play it." "Certainly," said Hans, taking a seat. "It will pass the time while I'm waiting for the willies." "I will explain the rules," said the cloakman. "If my furry friend wins, he will rip you to shreds. If I win, I will drink your blood. If you win, we will let you live." "Sounds fair to me," said Hans. The furious man snapped and dealt the card. They played for almost an hour. In the end, the cloakman won. "I want to drink your blood," he said, moving closer to Hans and showing two long pointy teeth. "I think you cheat," said Hans. He reached for the pointy teeth and broke them off. Snap! "Yow!" howled the man as he ran from the hall. The fury man roared and leapt at Hans, but Hans sprang away and the man flew past, right out an open window. Hans heard a piercing scream, then a dull thud. He settled himself again before the fire. "I enjoy the game," he said, "but when I do get the willies." The clock struck two. Bong, bong. Hans heard a rattling, and into the hall marched a long line of skeletons. The first skeleton snapped its fingers, click, click. The second skeleton knocked its knees, clack, clack. The third skeleton drummed its foot, clock, clock. The fourth skeleton tapped along its ribs in a little tune. Clackety, click, clock, clackety, click, clock. Nice beat, said Hans. The other skeleton formed a circle and started to dance. One skeleton stretched a hand towards Hans. Don't mind if I do. Hans took hold of two bony hands and danced in the circle around the hall. The music got faster. Clackety, clackety, click, clock, clackety, 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 click, clock, clackety. Hold it. I can't dance that fast. Shoot Hans over the clatter. But the skeletons gripped his hands harder and danced even faster. Clackety, clickety, clackety, clockety, clackety, clickety, clackety, clockety. I said, hold it! Hans gave a yawn and popped. The two skeletons' arms came right off. The music and dancing stopped. I think you lost something, said Hans. The skeletons rushed at Hans and started jumping on him. Hans grabbed a chair and swung it this way at that. Crash, bash. Hans gathered them up and tossed them out of window. I like little dancing, he said, as he settled again before the fire. But I wonder when I'm going to those willies. And then the giant jumped off. The spell is broken. You're the only one ever to get me together. The other all died of fright long before this. Now follow me to Castle Treasure. Hans followed him to doorway. The giant said, you first. After you, said Hans. The giant led him to the courtyard and pointed to a shovel under a tree. Dig there. You dig there, said Hans. The giant dug till he uncovered 3 pots of gold. Take them inside. You take them inside. The giant took the pots of gold into the great hall. He said, one is for the king, one is for the poor, and one is for you. Then he fell into pieces again and flew up the chimney. First the head, then the arms, and the leg, then the giant body. Some folks just can't keep things together, said Hans. He went back to his chair before the fire, curled up in it, and sighed. It's nice to be rich, but when will I ever get the willies? And that is how Hans stayed alive, broke the spell, and found the treasure. When the king heard the tale, he let Hans live in the castle. But when Hans grew up, he married the king's daughter. Within a year, they had 3 plants, 3 fine sons. Hans named all the 3 of them Willy. And now, he said, at last I have the willies. Okay, thank you for the story. Hope you enjoy it. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.